Good evening, committee chair and members. My name is Joanne Rich. I live on the east side of Providence. I use she, they pronouns, and I have known that I'm bisexual since I was 13. I also have a disability, bipolar disorder type 2. This does not make me crazy or my testimony less valid. What it does mean is that at the moment I am having a depressive episode, which pretty much completely robs me of my energy. I feel like I am swimming through peanut butter. Now, this is not specifically relevant to the reason I'm here, to share my objection to Michael J. McCaffrey's nomination for Associate Judge of the RA District Court, except to say that the mental and physical and emotional effort that it has taken me to write this testimony and come share it has been enormous. And I'm doing it because who our judges are is that important. My career was as an educator in schools in New York, Rhode Island, Amsterdam, and the Caribbean. Schools for kids who are rich, poor, and from dozens of different countries. In some of these schools, I was an advisor for the GSA, what used to be called the Gay Straight Alliance, and now more often the Gender and Sexuality Alliance. And what I can tell you is that in every single school where I worked, there were LGBTQ plus students. Queer and trans people, and I can't believe that this still needs saying, have always existed and always will because we are born this way. People who have chromosomal differences or intersex genitals have always existed, no matter what Donald Trump says. It's science, and judges can't change science. What judges can do is make life unbearable for LGBTQ plus youth and adults, and the damage to them and their families can be catastrophic. Consider the effect on his family of the suicide of one of my dear friends during his first year of college because of homophobia. To this day, LGBTQ plus youth take their lives at hugely disproportional rates because of harassment, homophobia, and now federal policy. RI is still one of the safer places in our country to be LGBTQ plus, and it needs to stay that way. Rhode Island has already decided the kind of state it wants to be, where abortion is safe and available, and where women's health matters, because abortion is health care. And you can just judge that by the women dying in red states because they cannot get medically necessary abortions when very much wanted pregnancies go awry. Rhode Island has already decided the kind of state it wants to be, a state where you can marry who you love, period. Michael McCaffrey worked very hard against reproductive rights and marriage equality, and he justified these efforts using strident religious language during his time as a state senator, which is a direct contradiction of Roger Williams' original premise for Rhode Island. A person who does not support such a basic value of this state's founding does not belong in our judiciary. He is out of sync with what the majority of Rhode Island has made abundantly clear they want. Rhode Island must remain a safe haven where bodily freedom means something, especially now that the Trump administration continues to veer into autocracy. I remember during the pandemic when some people felt that their bodily freedom was being encroached upon because they were required to wear a mask or get vaccinated. Well, imagine instead being a teenager required to give birth to your rapist's baby. Even if Mr. McCaffrey should say that he would not seek to overturn previous precedent around abortion and marriage equality, I would not trust that. We have plenty of evidence lately of nominees having a change of conscience once they find themselves in positions of power. His record on these issues speaks for itself. In conclusion, there are many other people that you can choose from, including women, including people of color, to fill the position that's available. My heart is mine to give to whomever I want in marriage. My daughter's body is hers to determine whether it will ever produce a baby. Decisions about the hormones you take or the surgeries you have are between you and your doctor. And our judges should adhere to the separation of religion and state that underlies the founding of Rhode Island. Thank you.